Hello and welcome to the Better Dimension. Could it be that our reality is nothing more than an artificial simulation? This provocative idea, known as the simulation hypothesis, is not merely a product of contemporary science fiction, but has deep roots in ancient and modern philosophy, all emerging long before the creation of the first computer. In this video, we will embark on a journey through time, tracing philosophical ideas that align with the core concepts of the simulation hypothesis. From the numerical reality of Pythagoras, through Plato's theory of forms, followed by the subjective idealism of George Berkeley, and culminating in Kant's distinction between the phenomenal and noumenal worlds, each philosophical advancement has subtly hinted at a reality that may be far different from what we perceive. As we explore these philosophical ideas, we uncover a fascinating narrative that not only expands our understanding of the simulation hypothesis, but also challenges our very perception of reality itself. Before we begin, if you have your own theories or philosophies that relate to the simulation hypothesis, share them in the comments. Exploring different perspectives is the essence of this channel. Any contribution is greatly appreciated. And now, without further ado, let's dive into the video. Pythagoras and the numerical nature of reality. We begin our journey with the idea of arche, a foundational concept in early Greek philosophy, representing the core principle or substance from which all existence is derived. Many pre-Socratic philosophers debated what this fundamental substance actually was. Thales believed it was water, Anaximenes proposed air or mist, and Heraclitus claimed it was fire. Turning away from these elemental theories, Pythagoras introduced a radical idea called the numerological foundation of reality. He believed that at the heart of reality lie numbers, and that numerical relationships define the structure and essence of the universe, just like in a computer simulation. This idea emerges from the fact that anything that is truly understood can be expressed through numbers and algorithms. It represents an early model for understanding reality as potentially digital. The simulation hypothesis itself aligns with this ancient concept, derived from the wisdom of Pythagoras. Plato's theory of forms. Plato's theory states that beyond our physical reality lies a realm of perfect, immutable ideals called forms, with each representing the essence of a specific phenomenon we experience. Consider a tree. Plato argued that each tree in our sensory world is an approximation of the form of a tree, which is flawless, perfect in every aspect, and free from any blemish. This philosophical concept resembles an aspect of object-oriented programming, in which classes serve as abstract templates for creating concrete objects. Each class outlines a set of attributes and functionalities that are shared by all its instances, much like how the form of a tree would include ideal characteristics and behaviors inherent to all trees. This resemblance highlights a foundational similarity between Plato's forms and the classes used in computer programs. From this Platonic perspective, our reality can be seen as a programmed illusion, in which we experience and interact with approximations rather than with the perfect ideals, unreachable from our scope of existence. Berkeley's idealism. Idealism in philosophy suggests that reality is rooted in our perceptions rather than in material existence. George Berkeley, a prominent philosopher in this tradition, developed a specific version known as subjective idealism, which states that objects only exist to the extent that they are perceived. According to this view, no physical object has an independent existence outside of perception. In other words, to be is to be perceived. For instance, consider a lemon. In Berkeley's view, it exists only while being experienced through its bright yellow color and round shape, its citrusy smell, its sour taste, and its textured surface. According to Berkeley, if the lemon is not perceived through at least one sense, it would not exist. This concept aligns with the simulation hypothesis, especially when examining how modern technology simulates environments. In video games and virtual realities, frustum culling is an optimization method that involves rendering only those objects that are in the field of view of the camera. This ensures that computing power is not wasted on objects that are not currently being perceived by the user. It mirrors Berkeley's idea that objects do not need to exist if they are not perceived. Similarly, in a simulated environment, objects outside the current perception do not require processing. Why waste computational power on something that is not perceived? Kant's phenomenal and noumenal world. Immanuel Kant, a central figure in modern philosophy, distinguished between two realms of existence. The first is the phenomenal world, our experience of reality as filtered through our senses and cognition, containing everything we can observe and understand within the limitations of our minds. On the other hand, the noumenal world represents things in their true form, independent of our perceptions and the limits of our cognition. It is a realm that is inaccessible and unknowable to us. This division of realities has compelling connections to the simulation hypothesis. In this context, our experience reality, or the simulation, aligns with Kant's phenomenal world, a construct limited by parameters set by the simulation's design. On the other hand, the noumenal world parallels the actual base reality from which the simulation is projected, hidden beyond the scope of our perception. Kant's philosophy suggests that just as we are incapable of perceiving the noumenal world, it might also be impossible for us to detect or understand whether our reality is simulated. Our perceptual and cognitive abilities may not be enough to grasp the true nature of our universe, implying that reality might extend beyond what is accessible to us. As we explore the insights of Pythagoras, Plato, Berkeley, and Kant, we are encouraged to question the very fabric of our universe. These philosophers, spanning centuries, suggest that our perceived reality may not be all there is. What then might lie beyond what we accept as real? What implications would this have on our values, decisions, and perception of truth? Let us embrace these questions, for in probing the depths of what is real, we may uncover profound truths about ourselves and the universe we live in.
Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Subscribe for more videos from the Better Dimension.